Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is get into peak state instantly. Right now, as you're listening to this, your state determines everything. Your income, your relationships, your health, it all comes down to the state you are in right now. Most people live their entire lives in mediocre states, wondering why they can't manifest what they want. Today, I'm going to show you how to flip that switch instantly and get into peak state on command. The power of state. Here is what most people don't understand about manifestation. It's not about what you think. It's about who you are. When you think it, your state is your physiology plus your focus plus your language patterns. When you are in peak state, you don't just think differently. You are different. Think about the last time you felt absolutely unstoppable. Maybe you just got promoted, fell in love, or achieved something incredible. In that moment, did you doubt yourself? Did you worry about money? Of course not. You were in peak state, and from that state, everything seemed possible. The problem is, most people wait for circumstances to change their state. They think, when I get the money, then I will feel abundant. When I find love, then I feel worthy. But that's backwards. You must change your state first, and then your circumstances will follow. Your brain does not know the difference between what you are experiencing and what you are imagining with absolute certainty and emotion. When you get into peak state, you are literally rewiring your neurology for success. The peak state formula. Here is the formula that will change your life. Physiology plus focus plus language equals state. Let's start with physiology. Your body is the vehicle of your soul. How you move, how you breathe, how you carry yourself, this sends signals to your brain about who you are. Right now, wherever you are, stand up. If you cannot stand, sit up straight. Roll your shoulders back. Take up space. Now, change your breathing. Most people breathe shallow, scared, little breaths. That's the breathing of someone who is surviving, not thriving. I want you to breathe like a champion. Deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. Feel that. That's the breathing of someone who owns their life. Next is focus. Your brain has 2 million bits of information coming at it every second. But you can only process 126 bits consciously. What you focus on determines your reality. Right now, I want you to focus on everything that's going right in your life. Your health, your relationships, your opportunities. Feel that shift. That's the power of directed focus. Finally, language. The words you use create your reality. Stop saying, I can't afford it. Start saying, how can I afford it? Stop saying, I don't know. Start saying, I will figure it out. Your brain will find evidence for whatever you tell it to look for. Peak state is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. And here is the beautiful part. The more you practice getting into peak state, the more it becomes your default state. The instant state change technique. Now, I'm going to give you the technique I have used with most of the well-beings and amazing people around my locality, around my place. This is the instant state change technique. Step 1. Interrupt your current pattern. If you're sitting, stand up fast. If you're standing, jump. Clap your hands, shake your body. You cannot change your state without changing your physiology first. Step 2. Anchor your peak state. Think of a time when you felt absolutely incredible. Maybe it was your wedding day, graduating, achieving a major goal. Really go there, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Make the colors brighter, the sounds clearer, the feeling stronger. Step 3. Create a physical anchor. As you're feeling that peak state, make a fist and say yes with total conviction. Do this 3 times. You are creating a neurological link between that gesture and that feeling. Step 4. Amplify the state. Now, I want you to imagine achieving your biggest goal. See yourself living your dream life. Feel the pride, the joy, the absolute certainty that you deserve this. This is not fantasy. This is rehearsal. Step 5. Lock it in. Take that fist, say yes again, and make a decision about who you are going to be today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. What's one action you're going to take from this peak state? Here is what happening scientifically. You are literally changing your brain chemistry when you are in peak state. Your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. You're not just feeling better. You are rewiring your neurology for success. Practice this technique every morning for 30 days and I guarantee your life will transform. Why? Because you will be making decisions from peak state instead of fear state. You will be taking action from confidence instead of doubt. Maintaining peak state. But here is what and where most people fail. They get into peak state once and expect it to last forever. Peak state is like physical fitness. You don't go to the gym once and stay fit for life. Isn't it so? That means you must condition yourself for peak state. First, design your environment for peak state. What music fires you up? What books inspire you? What people lift you higher? Surround yourself with peak state triggers. I have specific books, specific people, specific songs so that I connect with when I need to elevate my state. Second, create peak state rituals. Every morning, I don't check my phone first thing. I do my ritual practice of breathing exercise. I move my body. 5 minutes, I do my meditation. I review my goals. I prime myself for peak state before the world gets access to me. What's your morning ritual going to be? Now, understand the peak state cycle. You will have peak moments and valley moments. That's human. The key is to shorten your valleys and extend your peaks. When you catch yourself in a low state, don't judge it. Just use your anchor technique and shift. Feed your mind with peak state content. Garbage in, garbage out. If you are consuming negative news, toxic social media, complainers and blamers, you will be in a low state. Fill your mind with inspiration, education, and elevation. Remember, every master was once a disaster. Every pro was once an amateur. The difference, they learned to access peak state consistently. They did not wait for motivation. They created it on demand. Peak state and manifestation. Here is the manifestation secret nobody talks about. You can't manifest from a low state. If you're trying to manifest abundance while feeling broke, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. You must become the person who already has what you want. When you are in peak state, you don't just visualize your goals. You embody them. You walk like someone who is already successful. You speak like someone who is already confident. You make decisions like someone who is already abundant. The universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. And your vibration is determined by your state. When you're consistently in peak state, you become a magnet for opportunities, relationships, and resources. Your peak state is your natural state. You were born with unlimited potential. Somewhere along the way, you learn to dim your light, to play small, to settle for less, but that's not who you really are. Starting today, make peak state your non-negotiable. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Because life is too short to live in mediocrity. Because your dreams are waiting for the real you to show up. Remember, your current situation is not your final destination. Your past does not equal your future. And right now, in this moment, you have the power to change everything by changing your state. Get into peak state, stay in peak state, watch your world transform. Now, make a fist and say yes, and go make today magnificent. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.